Pharmacists are warning that a new Tennessee bill could shut down more than 100 CVS stores, including the one you count on to get your prescriptions.
Grace Kramer shows us what this fight over pharmacy middlemen means for your medications, your choice, and your wallet.
You may have spotted these signs popping up at your local CVS. They warn of a proposed Tennessee law that could force the pharmacy chain to close. It all centers on something called pharmacy benefits managers. Now, I spoke with lawmakers and pharmacists to break down what this means and how it could affect your access to care.
We have been trying to figure out how best to deal with pharmacy benefit managers. It's a really complex process. You'll hear terms like vertical integration and all of that kind of stuff.
State Senator Bo Watson is one of 10 state lawmakers pushing for changes to pharmacy rules. Senate Bill 2040, introduced at the beginning of this year, would limit how pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs, operate in Tennessee. The General Assembly finds that protecting the health and welfare of Tennesseans requires access to affordable and safely dispensed prescription medications through a fair and transparent pharmacy system. It aims to, quote, eliminate the conflict of interest inherent when a pharmacy benefits manager both sets and receives reimbursement, commonly described as fox guarding the henhouse. So what is a PBM?
A PBM, that's a pharmacy benefit manager. They're basically the middleman between the pharmacy and the insurance company, as well as between the manufacturer and the insurance company.
That is Jacob Standifer. He owns Access Family Pharmacy in the Scenic City. He tells me that this business is his family's legacy. He says he wants the industry to be more transparent.
I'm sure every independent pharmacist supports that bill, and what it is it aims to divest ownership where pharmacies can't own PBMs, because that basically is a vertically integrated monopoly, to where they can drive healthcare costs through the roof. There's so much cost that's being lost in the middle, and the patients get to pay for it too. So it's not just the independent pharmacy owners that are suffering due to this.
But not every pharmacist agrees.
The impact that it could have on us personally, from whether or not we will still be able to have jobs working for CVS, I think that is a concern for many of us.
Adam Brandon works in Jasper, a small town with limited pharmacy options.
There's 134 locations of CVS's that are brick and mortar buildings like this that would close, and looking at the amount of patients, which last year, just in the state of Tennessee alone, CVS, working with over 1.5 million patients, had patients in today that have concern about what they're seeing on the news or this bill that is going through.
CVS shared this statement, which reads in part, quote, Senate Bill 2040 would devastate pharmacy care access in Tennessee, endangering 134 community pharmacies and more than 25 Minute Clinic locations. The State Department of Commerce and Insurance recently reviewed Caremark, a PBM owned by CVS Health. Its report found that Caremark reimbursed its own CVS pharmacies at rates up to 16,000% higher than others, charged plan sponsors more than it paid pharmacies, and failed to pay required fees to small rural pharmacies. Senator Bo Watson says the bill is about fairness, not targeting CVS.
This bill does not shut down retail pharmacies. A business may choose to shut down because they don't like the fact that they can't continue with this business model. But the bill does not shut down pharmacies.
A similar law passed in Arkansas just last year, but a federal judge temporarily blocked it, citing possible violations of the U.S. Constitution's Commerce Clause. Tennessee's version cleared the Health and Welfare Committee just last week. It now heads to the Finance Committee, and we'll let you know what happens next.